Hello friends, welcome to my channel Spice Dice and Everything Nice. Today I'm going to make a very iconic Hyderabadi appetizer called Chicken Majestic. It's basically my understanding of how the Chicken Majestic is based on having eaten it many times. So, I know that this would turn out very similar, very close to that. So the first thing we're going to do is show you the marinade for the chicken. Then we'll show you all the rest of the ingredients after marinating, so that this is the first process. This needs to rest for about 15-20 minutes. That's why I'm doing this first. I have about 750 grams of chicken breast. I have julienned it. If you look at the chicken breast, it is all strips. I've just cut it into strips, and that's the whole idea of the Chicken Majestic. It has to be in strips. Here are the things that I'm going to add for the marinade. The first thing that goes in, an egg. One egg for 750 grams, straight in. Right after the egg, I'm going to go in with about 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. And this is also just for the marinade. And we will be using more ginger and garlic later. The third thing that goes in is a tad bit of red chili sauce. I'm not going to use too much, just about a spoon and a half. Choose your heat level. A little bit of soy sauce, dark soy, 1 spoon of dark soy added into the marinade. And then I'm going to add salt. For the 750 grams, I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of salt. And as every one of you knows, this is about half a teaspoon. So there goes your 2 teaspoons of salt. And then I add corn starch, or in India, they call this corn flour. So I am going to be adding about 8 spoons of corn starch. Think of it as 8 heaped teaspoons. Okay, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. A little more just for my. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to add is black pepper. And think of it as about 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I have the black pepper powder here, so I'm adding about 1 teaspoon of black pepper to this. Now mix this up really well, right? Use a spoon, you don't need to get your hands in. Mix this up, and then you're going to let this marinate for about, I would say about 15-20 minutes. You don't need to marinate this for very long. Marinate this for about 15-20 minutes, and then we will deep fry these pieces. So mix this up really well, guys, so that every piece of chicken gets some of that cornstarch. Alright friends, the chicken has been marinating for about half an hour now. I'm going to share with you all the ingredients that we need for this. So that's the marinated chicken. We're going to deep fry that, and the oil is getting hot for that. This is green chili sauce. You can find this in Indian stores, anywhere, even in India you can find that. This is dark soy sauce. This is red chili sauce, some tomato ketchup, some salt, some black pepper. I have about 8 teaspoons of yogurt or curd that I've whisked together so that there are no lumps. For the spices, I have about 3/4 of a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder or dhania powder, about half a teaspoon of garam masala, some curry leaves, and then I have about 10 or so green chilies that I've just slit. I have about 10-12 garlic that I have finely chopped and diced. I have about half a cup of cilantro or coriander leaves that I have chopped here finely, and about 10 or 12 mint leaves that I have also chopped finely. Alright friends, so what I did here is I have some oil for deep frying the chicken. By the way, I heated the oil up in high, and then I've reduced the flame to medium. Now you've got to fry this in medium. I know it'll take a little extra time, but do fry it in medium. If you fry it in high, it is not going to have the crispiness that you expect out of it. So just to give you an idea, I am just going to throw in one piece of chicken to see if it is hot enough. Yes, it is. And then I start throwing in the other pieces, right? So it's very simple. And what I want you to do is, do not touch the chicken. Do not start turning it right away. There is a reason for that. You want the chicken to start getting crispy. If you do that, if you start turning it right away, then it does not get crispy. Allow the chicken to cook. Only then you're going to start seeing that the chicken is crispy. And then this is like chicken pakoras, right? So you're going to put all of these chicken pieces in, let them cook in medium heat. Do not overcrowd your pan either. You're just putting all of these chicken pieces in. I know that we still have some space in the pan. Maybe it will take about 3 different batches for us to get this all done. And now at this point you are just going to leave the chicken in there and let it cook. Right, so I left this for about 1 minute, and what I'm going to do is, right at that point, I'm going to just start turning this over. It's okay if the chicken sticks to each other piece. It is fine. Just let it turn over. You've got to cook this for at least about 4 minutes. That's when you can start seeing the chicken starting to crisp up a little bit. Cook this for about 4 minutes. Try to break it in there. You don't need to really struggle too much about it. We're going to toss this all later, so it is fine. Now we're going to leave this for about 3 to 4 minutes. See how crisp it gets, and then we will take this out and start making a fresh batch. Right, friends, if you look at how I fried the chicken, that's how it looks. I have taken about maybe 1/4 of the chicken for the kids without any, so this is the rest of it. Ingredients remain the same. So what I have here is the garlic. I'm going to add that to hot oil. I have about 3 tablespoons of oil in this. Actually 2 tablespoons, more like 2.5 tablespoons, good enough. Just add the garlic in there and start frying the garlic in the oil. You do not need to fry it for too long, and the immediate next ingredient you add to this is the green chilies. So fry the garlic along with the green chilies. Remember that the garlic I do not want the garlic to be burnt or browned too much. I need the garlic taste and the crunch of the garlic a little bit in this dish. So, and this is just a prime toss that we're going to do. At this point, I add the spices, the garam masala, the coriander powder, the turmeric, the red chili powder, and the curry leaves. And then we're going to mix this up. So the chicken Majestic is a very iconic Hyderabadi dish. You literally never find it in Chennai or any other place. So for a lot of people, they think that Indo-Chinese and all of that. This is truly Indian, but they added a Chinese twist to it. And I will share with you how that Chinese twist comes. But at this point, I'm adding all the yogurt. Okay, so the yogurt is added. I'm going to mix this up, mix all of this up with the yogurt. You can see the steam come up on the camera. What I'm going to do is let this cook. Notice that the yogurt will start separating. It's okay. It is okay for it to separate. I want this to cook a little bit. And at this point, I add a tad bit of salt, not too much. Remember, you're going to add soy sauce as well, just about half a teaspoon of salt. is added, because you also add the soy sauce. And I am also adding some black pepper. Maybe just think about it as about half a teaspoon of black pepper or so that you need to add. Just about half a teaspoon. And mix this up nice. What you're looking for is for the oil. I'm cooking all of this in high. Typical Chinese cooking, right? You cook it in high in a wok. That's what I'm trying to do here. You can start seeing the oil separate here. At this point, I add 3 Chinese ingredients. Soy sauce, about 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. I add about 1 teaspoon of green chili sauce. That's it. 1.5 teaspoons. I'm eyeballing it, guys. So you know that I eyeball all my recipes, ingredients. And about 1 teaspoon of red chili sauce once again. About 1.5 teaspoons of red chili sauce. And the final ingredient that I add is some ketchup. Also about 1.5 teaspoons of ketchup. That's it. And then you are going to fry this up like that. This is absolutely perfect. And what you're going to do at this point is put in all of the chicken into this mix. And then you're going to toss the chicken, okay, in that gravy. Remember, you're tossing the chicken in that gravy. And right after you do the one toss, and there's one that fell out, I'm adding that as well. Right after you add that, you're adding 2 of the more essential ingredients. The mint, like I believe it's Emerald Lagasse. About 20 years ago, I used to watch this show when I used to live in DC, and he used to say BAM. So there's the BAM for the cilantro, and we're just going to toss this up. It is ready, guys. I mean, you really do not need to do anything more. And that's pretty much it. Your chicken Majestic is absolutely ready to savor. Enjoy the dish. Please do subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Like the recipe, and you will get a lot of regular updates. Thank you so much for watching.